guys, it's me again. I was just sitting here thinking about the first time I had to go out and get a wig. I am so not a wig person. Um, but I will tell you that it was one day in particular I remember I went to go get a wig, and that was very emotional. Um, Sometimes I wish I was a man. He could go out with his bald head and be happy. Well, it took me some time to be bald and happy, which is the place I'm at now. Thank you very much. But this one day in particular that sticks out in my mind, it was on my lunch break, and I decided to go in town. I live in a big city, big metropolitan area, and I decided to go into town, which happened to be right under the building that I worked in, like underground type thing. I went down there to a huge wig store. It was one of those wig stores where you had like stuff all on the walls and in the windows, and on the other side of the store they had like toiletries and things like that. So in any event, I got up enough courage, and I remember walking in there feeling so ashamed. Um, so ashamed. I can't believe that that's how I felt, but I did. I walked into that store, and there was a really nice lady there, and I said, I'm looking for a wig. And I looked up on the wall, and I'm looking at these wigs like, you got to be kidding me. What do I get? What looks right on me? I don't know. This place had like a pillar in the middle of the room, and it had like a mirror on this side, and on that side is where everybody's shopping registers, and on this side was the door. So anyway, I'm standing there, and I'm totally baffled as to what style to get. So I remember I slid my wig off, my head wrap off, and I remember how ashamed I felt of my bald head. I was so ashamed. And people were staring at me. They were looking at me like, why is this lady bald? What's wrong with her? And so, as uncomfortable as I felt, I slid my head wrap all the way off, and I just grabbed the wig, any wig. She brought like 3 over to me. Colors were all wrong. They really sucked. But anyway, I struggled and trying to put the tabs on right. It just didn't go right. I was like, oh, this is just too much for me. So I took it off, and I remember leaving out the store with like my tail between my legs. I'm hiding who I am. I'm embarrassed of what I look like. So anyway, I slid my head wrap on, lopsided, so be it, and thanked the lady and left the store, vowing never to come back in there. About 3 months later, I was feeling good that day, and I thought I'd give it another go round. I go down in the store, and I'm like, yeah, I'm walking in here. Right, tell me something. It's big and bad. Walked in, and without batting an eyelash, I whipped the head wrap off. I said, I like that one, that one, that one, and that one. Right? Lady took all the ones that I liked. By this time, I had done my research, guys. I did my research about colors and all this other nonsense. And I knew what colors I wanted, the style I wanted at that point. And so I said, wow, I am really digging this one right here. So I told the lady, I said, you know what? I'm running short on time. I said, can you hold that for me? I got to get back to work upstairs, and I'll be back down with time to be closed. She gave me the time, and as I was gathering my things, I noticed there was a crowd. And on this side of me. And they were like, oh, I really like that one. That one is really nice. So now everybody in the store is all eyes on me, right? Center of attention. And so now all of a sudden, I started to feel that feeling creep in like it did when I walked in here 3 months prior. I started to feel ashamed that people were looking at me. So I thought, okay, just suck it in and take the wig off, give it to the lady, and let her hold it for you. I put my head wrap on, and I smiled at the folks who were cheering me on about how nice I looked. But then a lady came from around the right side. There was 3 ladies on the right side, and one lady came up to me and she grabbed my arms like, are you okay? said, oh, yes, yes, I'm fine. She says, I know the place you're at. Um, I'm going through cancer too. And it is hard, isn't it? It is. The whole chemo thing. And this lady's going on and on. And my heart is getting heavy for her at this point. And then I felt so bad. I said, oh, miss, I'm so sorry. You're going through this. But I don't have, I don't have cancer. I have alopecia. And so she said, oh, what's that? So here I am giving my little song and dance again about what alopecia is. And so the other two ladies that were on the other side didn't hear me say that. So they come over and they said, God bless you. You're going to be okay. You have to be strong. You have to be strong, sister. And I'm looking at them and I thought, you know what? I can't take this. This is just way too much for me. So I excused myself gracefully. And I left out the store and I felt deflated. I mean, stick a pin in me and just let the air out. So I went back to work, and as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, I can't deal with this. I cannot deal with the reactions. I can't deal with what I look like, And why is it that today I feel empowered, and then the next day I'm right back to freaking square one? And what I found out was that's all part of the process. It was never a straight line to acceptance or empowerment. It never was. And I still have days when I miss my hair, but it's not that same feeling of shame and guilt because you can see what's underneath my hair. I'm cool with it now. And I often think about those ladies and that particular lady. I wonder how she's doing, and I wonder, sometimes you almost feel guilty because you have a bald head, but it's not associated with a life-threatening disease. It's hard to explain, but if you talk to a lot of folks who have alopecia, they will tell you that very same story. You feel guilty that you almost don't have something worse. Sounds crazy, folks, but like I said before, it's a lot of emotional, psychological baggage that comes with the whole bald-headed thing. Why do you think we spend so much money on hair care products? Why? We will damage our scalps. We will spend our last dollars just so every edge is in place to feel accepted, to feel acceptable, to feel right. So I pose this question to a lot of people. What would you do if you woke up the very next morning and got ready for work and looked in the mirror and saw you had no hair? What would you do? Just a little food for thought. I can mess with you sometimes, but anyway, I know there's somebody out there that's looking for a wig, be it a man or a woman or little children. Little children have alopecia. You don't have to be ashamed of who you are. You don't have to feel like you're not attractive or you feel weird because you have to wear a wig. And incidentally, you don't have to. It is your choice. But it takes some practice to begin to feel like that. It certainly took me a while. But you know what? I like them all. I like the wigs. I like the head wraps. I like the headpieces. Incidentally, isn't this cool? I got this from this company called Doma Designs. It's www.domadesigns. Wonderful, wonderful company. They make these customized caps, and you get like separate wraps. And you know me, I like my little pin, I like my jewels. So anyway, it's pretty cool. Let me see the wrap. Cool, huh? See? You can work with what you have. Unfortunately, I had to hit rock bottom emotionally before I even realized that. And I'm hoping that I can prevent this from happening to someone else. Give me a holler up on my website, www.crownedregal.com. Oh, and I'm also up on MySpace and Facebook for all you MySpace and Facebook fans. I would love to hear from anybody who has hair loss and what they're going through. I would love to talk to you. So, give me a shout out. And as usual, I'm going to have to take it down now. This is Crowned Regal. That feels so good. saying, be bald and be happy. Holla! Bye.